Hello guys. I just woke up actually and had a little breakfast and washed my teeth and etc etc, so I haven't been playing yet anything. Maybe I should warm up before I do this video, but whatever. Yeah, I wanted to do this video about buleria and what I'm going to talk. Some things, different things about buleria and flamenco guitar, and what I was thinking actually was people are always talking about buleria mainly, or not always maybe, but you know, it's quite universal that people are really interested, that they're really keen to learn to play buleria, which is totally understandable because it's fascinating. It's fast, it's groovy, it got a really specific good feeling and atmosphere, and it's some kind of maybe master level thing or stuff like that, and so on. But yeah, this is actually a tricky thing, because if you just want to play buleria, you won't be a flamenco guitarist naturally, of course, because buleria is only one little part of the whole thing. That and there are lots of different palos, interesting things in flamenco, like basic things, you know, solea, alegria, cantinia, sigiria, martinete is not for the guitarist mainly, but anyway, just wanted to mention, and taranta, malagenia, guajira, etc, farruca, fandangos, and so on. And as I mentioned, buleria is only one little thing there, and if you only practice buleria, it's I would say that you won't succeed with that one, because if you want to play it groovy way, and if you want to really learn it, it means that you have to learn the language of flamenco music. You have to learn to play also solea, sola por buleria, and other things too, because this buleria is based on these 12 beats things. Of course it's different, yes, but there are some main structures in it which is totally similar, for example, to solea. And that's why we have solea, sola por buleria, and buleria, etc, etc. But if you have been playing those things, all the things I mean, malagenias, soleas, different palos, that's a good thing, of course. And if you want to develop the buleria, how I felt during my career, I remember some details from my early years, and also when I was a music student and stuff like that, when I was struggling with buleria and other things too. And I still remember quite well that I started, for example, quite often to play buleria with arpeggio techniques. For example, you know, there are plenty of different falsettas like this, but anyway, something like stuff like this. And yeah, those were nice, and I also composed, actually that falsetta is one of my variations from that style. But yeah, and I learned something, of course, but usually I was playing too fast, because when you use arpeggio, it's quite, how you say, natural thing to play it a little bit faster, which is not a good thing actually, but anyway, it comes naturally, a little bit faster tempo. And after years and years of playing, I started to realize, but how to get into the point, into the very heart, the soul of buleria. And nowadays I think that most important things when you play buleria lies within these chords. not in falsettas, but in the chords and the compass and your right hand technique. And when you are playing, for example, this intro thing, I suppose quite many of you know this already, that you just play a major chord and the legato on there. And it's quite common way to start buleria when you are playing huergas, for example, and stuff like that. And usually when you try to learn the groove, it's actually a really useful phrase to play. You just try to use it's not just this is not buleria, it's something like that, but with no any soul or anything. You just have to find the dynamics and the groove of the compass, how to play. And you can start to try different things. For example, that starts to sound a little bit more like buleria. And then you can use the same dynamics for the other chords, like this really common chord. And so on and so on. And this is the way how I felt nowadays and a couple of years ago, that this is maybe a really good way to try to learn the groove of buleria. If you all the time play falsettas, actually it can help you a bit and you can learn more music and stuff, but actually I feel that it's quite difficult way to learn the groove, for example, because you have to take care of so many things. You have to take care of all the notes you have to play, and of course you have to stay in rhythm, you have to take care of the compass and stuff like that, and dynamics and everything. So I would say it's much more tricky. And if you every time you practice, for example, it's maybe better that before you play any falsettas, I mean when you are practicing buleria, before you play any falsettas, you just, for example, if you would like to use background tracks and buleria compass, you just put it on and you start to play along. And you use only chords, you just learn the compass. This is the thing actually I've been saying in a couple of videos before too. And in this compass material book, there's plenty of different figures to play buleria compass, and you just start to feel the rhythm. And you don't have to do any tricky things with your right hand. You just try to, for example, hit the chords for the certain accents. And so on and so on. You just enjoy the rhythm, you just enjoy the pulse, you enjoy the chords you already know. And this is never-ending story actually, because you can play years and years and years, and every year you find something new from the compass and from the chords. And it's actually, I find it really joyful to, for example, one of my favorite buleria players is Moraito and Chicuelo. But for example, I really like to watch Moraito's bulerias wherever he played, with a singer or as a soloist, usually with a singer or some other musicians or singers or dancers, but anyway. And I like to pick up some little minor things I like a lot, and I try to use them and modify them into my playing and stuff like that. And actually the latest one I found out was that I just noticed in one video clip he was playing on a television show, and I have seen it many times, but last time I noticed that how he played this remate, this basic thing, and it's just a minor thing, but it's a really cool thing. So it was so he started them, and I just figured out why I haven't realized that before, but last time I realized, and now I'm a little bit happier because I have one more detail in my buleria, and it's just that. And however you end the remate, but the starting is the thing that and these are the minor details what you can use when you are playing a Compás, and it's like the backbone of the whole thing, the red line that you should learn and follow when you are playing buleria. But yeah, the buleria is maybe the most popular form of flamenco palos. I don't know exactly, but that's how I feel at the moment. People are everywhere talking about the buleria, and especially, I mean, the guitarists especially. And you should be able to play that and that kind of buleria and stuff like that. And yeah, I agree. It's nice. It's groovy. It's really nice to listen, and so on. But there are plenty of other things too, which are really cool and which are really nice to play and can be even more effective when you are playing on stage. And remember that when you are practicing buleria and playing, try to learn the basic stuff, not the most trickiest falsettas from Paco, Tomatit or anything like that. The basic Jerez thing or something like that. For example, if you this kind of stuff. And there's and so on. So these basic Bulgar falsettas are really useful, especially when you are playing actually with the dancer or you are playing with the singer, or it can be a juerga situation. You can always use these kind of falsettas, but if you have a long, tricky falsetta which includes arpeggio, alzapua, rajeos and every kind of techniques, it's actually quite tricky to play, of course, and you can play them, of course, but it's not so useful when you have to play short, aggressive solo, or like 30 seconds between two letters or stuff like that, or something. These small short things are much more useful, and also the secret, the groove and everything lies within them. So remember to learn the basic stuff and the groove, and then you add a little bit more trickier things into it. And try to enjoy what you are doing. For example, people are many times they are just, this is only that one. This is not even a music. No, it's definitely, it's really good piece of music, only this A chord with the legato. You just have to find the clue how to play it, that it grooves and it sings and it feels good. If you are not able to do that, maybe you should practice a little bit more and try to find the thing. Yeah, these kind of thoughts I had today, this morning maybe, If you have some comments, questions, you know the thing, please write them down and I try to answer you. And also remember to subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you like the video. It helps with the algorithm. And yeah, this was a video about some thoughts of mine about buleria and learning buleria and stuff like that. I don't know if this is a mess, but these kind of thoughts anyway. But yeah, have a great day and keep on practicing and do it well. Ciao!